This is the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, keeping you informed about the happenings in Annapolis and the area. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and of course, local weather. The Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Thursday, November 21st, 2019. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. An absolutely tragic story out of Central Special School in Edgewater. On November 5th, Bowen Levy, 17, choked on a latex glove while at his school. He was taken to the hospital, transferred to Johns Hopkins Children's Care Center in Baltimore, and passed away on November 10th. Now, the incident was not reported publicly by the school system. However, the Capitol ran an article on November 15th detailing the tragic death. In a statement released to media yesterday, the parents of Bowen said, "On November 5th, our son Bowen Levy, 17, choked on a latex glove while at his school, Central Special in Edgewater. Bowen lost consciousness, and we have been told by his medical team that he was likely without oxygen for approximately 10 minutes. The Anne Arundel County school system has not provided us any information as to how this could have happened during the school day. The school system promised it would provide Bowen one-to-one full-time supervision to keep him safe, but as this year commenced, we were informed that supervision was not available. We were told the system was having trouble finding student aides because of the low salaries being paid by the Board of Education. We mourn the loss of Bowen. We are also deeply concerned that the other students who desperately need proper supervision might not be receiving it and are similarly at risk. We can't bring our son back, but we must do everything possible to ensure that no other parents, daughters, or sons suffers an unnecessary injury or death because of the Board of Education failed to provide the basic resources to keep them safe." Initially, when the Capitol reported this, the school district said that he was properly supervised, so obviously there is a difference of opinion between the medical personnel and the school district. Now, Bowen, who is autistic, was the namesake for the Bowen Family Foundation, which is an area nonprofit providing resources for those with autism. Just an absolutely tragic situation over there at Central Special School. And the Board of Education last night approved a 2020-2021 school year calendar, and they are going to be keeping classes opening after Labor Day. The new school year will run September 8th, 2020, and end on June 18th, 2021. They did make a couple of changes to the recommended calendar from the calendar committee. They've reduced Easter/spring break from 6 to 3 days. And they are also still going to discuss a few little modifications, such as closing the schools on May 13th for Idal Feeder, looking at making parent-teacher conference days early dismissal as opposed to full days off, and also moving the 4 planned early dismissal days from Wednesdays to Fridays, and that one actually makes a lot of sense to me. Well, the big news out of Baltimore yesterday was that an 11-count federal indictment was unsealed and handed down against former Mayor Catherine Pugh, accusing her of abusing her office for personal gain. The federal grand jury indictment includes charges of conspiracy to commit wire fraud, 7 counts of wire fraud, conspiracy to defraud the United States, and 2 counts of tax evasion. Prosecutors say that Pugh filed bogus tax documents to evade paying taxes on the payments she received from the sale of her Healthy Holly books, and they say that in 1 year she underreported her taxable income by hundreds of thousands of dollars. Maryland's Speaker of the House of Delegates, Adrienne Jones, did issue a statement yesterday. She said that Baltimoreans are resilient, and once again, we will pick ourselves up and keep moving forward. But make no mistake, this was an abuse of public trust at a time when the city needs leaders to be bold and transparent. Governor Hogan also issued a statement. The people of Baltimore and all Marylanders should be able to have confidence in the honesty and character of the people they elect to office. It is completely unacceptable anytime a public official violates the public trust. We will continue to fight hard to root out our corruption and wrongdoing wherever it takes place. BWI keeps on growing, and yesterday, Southwest Airlines said they expect summer air traffic at BWI to be the busiest yet. Steve Goldberg, who's the vice president for operations for Southwest, predicted that next summer will set an all-time record for flight activity in Baltimore with an average of 248 flights a day. The annual average is about 200 flights a day, so that's quite a jump for Southwest. And because of the growth of Southwest, the 5-gate, 55,000 square foot addition to the Gate A is almost complete, which will give them some more capacity. And addressing the issue with the Boeing 737 MAX, Goldberg said that it has cost the company nearly $435 million so far in lost income. Hey, sometimes cooking for Thanksgiving can be a drag, so why not let somebody else take care of it for you? We went around and we talked to some of the places in town to find out who was open and what's what. And we do have a list of 10 restaurants that are going to be open for Thanksgiving that you may want to give a try. They range from all budgets, from casual to fancy. The ones that we're recommending are Pirates Cove, Carroll's Creek Cafe, Buddy's Crabs and Ribs, Latitude 38, Ruth's Chris Steakhouse, Sam's on the Waterfront, Donnelly's Dockside, Blackwall Hitch, Ram's Head Tavern, and Noxie's Table over there on the Eastern Shore. You can check out more details. There are links and everything over at eyeonannapolis.net. And yesterday I had a great podcast over at Katzef Brothers, who is one of the sponsors of the Military Bowl and provides lots of cold beer to most of the bars in the area. We discussed their Who's Your Hero promotion, and that is where you can nominate a hero in your life, tell them why he's a hero in your life, and you and your hero may win a big VIP package at the Military Bowl, including a ride in the parade, on-field access, scoreboard recognition, special seats, and everything else. But the best part of the podcast was talking to a gentleman named Rocky Sickmann. I didn't know who Rocky Sickmann was until I got on the phone with him, and boy, what a man he is. He is a retired Marine who spent 444 days in captivity in Tehran during the Iranian Hostage Crisis back in 1979. He had just reported to the embassy when it was overtaken, and he recounts a little bit of his time in captivity and what he's been doing since, especially with his work with a group called Folds of Honor, which are going to be honored on Saturday at the Navy SMU game. You want to slide over to the Maryland Crabs podcast, have a listen to that, or if you want to go over to eyeonannapolis.net, we've got a post there which does have that as well. Okay, that wraps up the top news for the day. If you are someplace where you can leave a recommendation or a review, please do that. Make sure you're letting your family and friends know about us. And other than that, you need to hang tight because we've got George Young with your local DMV weather coming up. And we also have Trevor with the Annapolis Makerspace. That's all coming up in just 1 minute.
When a ring from the United States Naval Academy comes into Zachary's for a center stone, it always makes us wonder, where's this one going? Where's this one been? A nuclear sub in the North Atlantic? A carrier deck in the South Pacific? The moon? 52 astronauts are Academy graduates, from Iwo Jima to Okinawa, Corregidor to the Coral Sea, Midway to the Persian Gulf, Congress to the White House. These rings go where America goes. 73 that went to war were awarded the Medal of Honor. But wherever they go, wherever they may serve, our admiration goes with them.
Zachary's. Online at zacharysjewelers.com. More than a jewelry store, a jeweler.
Going out? You need the most up-to-date local weather. Here's George Young from DMV Weather in Annapolis with today's forecast.
Hey everyone, this is George with DMV Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Thursday, November 21st. Yesterday brought plenty of sun to the Annapolis region, and today will do the same, but with much less wind and warmer temps in the mid to upper 50s, followed by mixed skies tomorrow, and highs likely 58 to 64 degrees across Anne Arundel County, as a more south-southwest flow of air brings in warmer temps ahead of a cold front that'll likely bring a few showers in the PM hours Friday that could linger through much of Saturday, with highs Saturday probably only in the mid to upper 40s before a nice rebound Sunday with sunshine and temps in the 50 to 55 degree range for afternoon highs. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DMV Weather. Make it a great day out there and be sure to get our free app on all of your devices by searching for DCMDVA Weather in the Apple or Google App Stores, and also follow us on Facebook and Twitter and on our website at dmvweather.com so you can always stay weather informed.
Have you ever been to the Annapolis Mall when it opens for the day? Maybe you've noticed the line of folks waiting to get into the Apple Store. As you may know, I'm a Mac user, and today's episode of the Daily News Brief, in fact, all of the episodes of the Daily News Brief have been produced right here on my Mac computer. What you might not know about is Macmedics. They were founded here in Annapolis in 1989, and they are an Apple-authorized premium service provider, the only one in the Baltimore, Annapolis, D.C. area. And what that means to you is that they repair all Apple devices, including the iPhone screens and batteries, all without an appointment. And most repairs are done the same day, usually within 2 hours. They also sell everything except the iPhone and the watch for the same price as Apple. I don't know why you would go anywhere else. Give them a call at 410-757-NW MACS. Or if you're not into the whole letter thing, 410-757-6227. Stop by their retail store in Severna Park on Benfield Road or their service center in Lanham, right off of Route 50. Or you can always check them out online at macmedics.com. I'll tell you, they've saved me quite a few times, and I know they can save you.
Every week, makers, crafters, and educators hold events all over the area. Highlighting some of those, here's our Maker's Minute, brought to you by Annapolis Makerspace.
Hey, this is Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes. On Saturday, down at Beverly Triton Nature Park, they're doing nature art. Find the art in nature during this hands-on program designed for kids 6 through 9. Also on Saturday, but over at the Jug Bay Wetland Sanctuary, enjoy a free guided tour with a naturalist along a wetland boardwalk and discover the wonderful and unique plants and animals found in the sanctuary. And then on Sunday, in West Annapolis at Art Things, they're doing illuminated letters with Laura Renee Davis. Explore the building blocks for letter illumination and Zen drawing methods. This week at the Chesapeake Children's Museum, on Saturday is Talk with Your Hands, American Sign Language for ages 7 through 13. Sunday morning is Too Many Cooks, Tasty Fun in the Kitchen for ages 2 through 5, where you'll learn how to make energy-packed foods including applesauce, deviled eggs, and whole grain crackers. Then on Sunday afternoon they're having a tool caddy workshop. Make a tool caddy for yourself or as a gift for ages 6 through 10. Also check out their weekly play group for babies and toddlers on Monday mornings, their Thursday morning Creek Critters, and their art and story time on Friday mornings. At Local by Design, tomorrow and Saturday, they're doing a do-it-yourself wood sign workshop, and on Sunday they're making fused glass holiday trees. At Art Farm this week, tonight they're doing a hand lettering and calligraphy workshop. Learn the art of using a brush pen to create beautiful hand-lettered items, and how to incorporate watercolor into your designs, as well as how to blend ink colors. Tomorrow, Art Farm is hosting another pop-up peep show, this time featuring Honeybee Burlesque's Bearcat Betty, Lady Blady, and Lipstick Lamar. Then on Sunday, they're having their second part of their first exposure digital photography class. This session is covering different kinds of light, shutter speed, composition, and editing. Saturday at the Clay Bakers, they're doing another old-fashioned glazed Christmas tree, and at the Anne Arundel County Public Library System this week. Tonight at Maryland City, they're doing Storytime Goes STEAM. Explore a different science theme each session using books, interactive activities, and an art project for ages 3 to 5. Tomorrow at the Mountain Bird Library is Lunch and Learn, Winter Bird Habitats. Migratory and backyard birds have the same requirements during winter as any other time for food, water, and shelter. Learn how to improve the winter habitat in your yard, as well as the importance of native plants in improving bird habitat and how to select the right varieties for the birds you hope to attract. And finally on Saturday at the Eastport Annapolis Neck Library, they're doing a 3D modeling workshop for ages 13 and up. Learn how to use 3D modeling software to create an animated world. This week at Unallocated Space in Severn, tonight is their regular InfoSec night. Tomorrow is their regular DEF CON group DC 443 Hacker Hangout. Monday is their project night. Tuesday is their 3D printing night, and Wednesday is their open house night as well as their lockpicking night. But the highlight of the calendar this week, on Saturday they're doing an ant-weight combat robot brawl. Check out small plastic 3D printed robots pitted in Mortal Kombat. There will be demo robots available for people to check out in between rounds as well. This week at the Pongos Learning Lab and Coder Kids Club in Crofton. Today there'll be Maryland Kid Biz Networking, YouTube Stars Crash Course, and their Robotics Club. Tomorrow is their Gamer Club Fridays. Monday is their Little Scientist Club, as well as their Builder Club Mondays. Tuesday they'll be programming robots, modding Roblox with Lua, and having their Coder Kids Club Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, they're having a Schools Out mini camp, as well as their Robotics Club for homeschoolers. And this week at Annapolis Makerspace, tomorrow night I'll be doing some laser training or a refresher for anyone interested in learning about our laser cutter. On Tuesday is our monthly general meeting and open house. Wednesday is our weekly woodworking open night. And Thursday is our weekly electronics open night. And you can catch me tonight and most Thursday nights at Annapolis Makerspace on Renard Court for electronics night. And you can find links to all of these events at the Annapolis Makerspace website at makeannapolis.org. And whether you're making art, software sawdust, or just a mess, chances are you're already a maker. This has been Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes.
Hello, friends. This is Brian Griffiths from RedMaryland.com, inviting you to the 2020 RedMaryland.com Leadership Conference, Saturday, January the 11th, 2020 at the Doubletree Hotel in Annapolis. Confirmed speakers include Congressman Andy Harris, Commerce Secretary Kelly Schultz, Transportation Secretary Pete Ron, Senator J.B. Jennings, Senator Steve Hershey, Senator Justin Reedy, Delegate Nick Kipke, Delegate Kathy Shalega, Delegate Lauren Erican, WBAL Radio's Andrew Langer and Jerry Rogers, Maryland Federation of Republican Women President Diana Waterman, Maryland Young Republicans Chairman Maria Sophia, Lauren Bogley from the Maryland Right to Life, and so much more. Tickets are available at redmarylandconference.com. Sponsorship opportunities and vendor tables are also available. That's redmarylandconference.com. Don't miss out on your opportunity to attend the RedMaryland.com Leadership Conference, Saturday, January the 11th in Annapolis. Once more, buy your tickets now at redmarylandconference.com.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis. And also tell them about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. This podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m., keeping you informed with the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. And take a moment to listen to our other podcast, The Maryland Crabs, released every Thursday at noon.